Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Pop music is as quintessential to the summer as warm breezes, lazy afternoons, and margaritas by the pool. And for decades, musical artists have been inspired by the season to create memorable, catchy songs that have, in turn, become required listening every time the warmer months roll around. So for one of our 2024 summer specials, the Great Pop Culture Debate wants to feel the heat as we name the best summer song. I try to make every summer the summer of 69, if you know what I mean. I'm your host, Eric Resniak. Please help me welcome my sunny summer song panel. First, he's hot under the collar and ready to holler. It's Derek Makita.
And as the boys say, I get around.
I have heard that you know how to wax a surfboard. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Searching for tomorrow on every shore. She's going to carry on in this debate. Come sail away with me, Kate Rakulia.
Always, forever, babe. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Is that a gathering of angels above your head, or should I consult a physician?
It's aliens, actually. It's a starship.
Who saw that coming?
It's a starship.
Yeah. And finally, she's fine, fresh, fierce, and she's got it on lock. Please welcome our special guest for this episode, Wizard Radio host Ashley Styles.
Thank you so much for having me, Eric. Hey, everybody. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time caller. Now, Ashley, since you're in the UK, does that technically mean we are West Coast representing?
Yeah, you are West Coast representing. You are all on a coast that is west of me geographically, and I'm in the one part of this island surrounded by coast that doesn't have coast. So I am representing no coast at the minute.
I love it. I love it. Welcome. We're so glad to have you. And up in the producer booth, we have Bob Erlenbach, who is drawing circles in the sand. If you're curious about how we ended up with this Summer 16, become a Patreon supporter of the podcast. And don't forget, you can head to greatpopculturedebate.com and find the listener bracket for this episode so you can play along with us at home. We should clarify, in this debate, we're discussing songs about the summer or that feature activities people do in the summer from any genre, any time period. You can find a playlist of all 16 nominated songs on this episode page on our website, as well as dozens of other summer songs nominated by our panelists and listeners. And with that out of the way, let's throw the floaties in the pool and kick off these debates. First up, it's unanimous victory for The Summer of 69 by Bryan Adams, which meant that Soak Up the Sun by Sheryl Crow was left fully in the shade. Next, the panel is evenly split between Cruel Summer by Bananarama and I Get Around by the Beach Boys. Derek, tell us why you're still bugged driving up and down the same old strip with the Beach Boys. I will explain why this vote is too close for comfort, this heat has got right out of hand, and why we need to leave Bananarama on its own until round two. Derek, please go first.
So this 1964 classic from the Beach Boys, it so perfectly captures the spirit of the summer in a way that, frankly, Cruel Summer simply doesn't. It's upbeat and cheerful. Cruel Summer is just a bummer. It is. I'm sorry. I Get Around also scores nostalgia points for me because it features so prominently in the music from the 1986 film Flight of the Navigator. Thank you, Bob. I put that one in there for you.
Yep.
But more than that, this is a song from 1964 that has such staying power as a summer staple. It's aged so incredibly well. I cannot say the same of Cruel Summer. With no disrespect to Bananarama's other work, Cruel Summer just isn't it for me. I get that it fits the theme of this episode, but my rubric here favors songs that remind us of the fun times of summer, not songs trying to capture the spirit of misery in the summer heat. Is it a valid take? Sure. But go be miserable somewhere else. You are not welcome on my beach blanket.
I'm miserable wherever I go. Thank you very much. No, but let's get into it. First of all, I want to say very clearly, I like pretty much every one of these songs. They're all great. This is going to be a lot of a fun episode because there's very little stakes. What could be more summer than that? So for me, my rubric for this episode, I looked at the actual success of the song, which is kind of neither here nor there, the summeriness of the song, and then my thoughts on the song just kind of all together. So Bananarama's Cruel Summer was released in 1983 by the British girl group. It reached number 8 in the UK singles chart that year, and then it came back again for another scorching run in the summer of 1984 after it was included on the soundtrack for The Karate Kid, and it peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. VH1 ranked it number 44 on its 100 Greatest Songs of the 1980s, and Billboard listed it as number 13 on its 100 Greatest Girl Group Songs of all time. So in terms of the summeriness of the song, as Derek kind of alluded to, this is a city summer song. It feels gritty via that murky electronic bass. It has a note of irritation to it, as brutally hot summers in the city often do, especially when all of your friends have checked out to the countryside, leaving you behind to swelter in misery. For me, the song, that quasi-xylophone line is one of the sickest hooks on this list. The chorus is unbelievably catchy and come hither, as all Bananarama choruses are. It is a vibe. And also, I just love it because I'm a Bananarama fan, a Fananarama, if you will. And I think the group deserves much more credit. I'll wrap up by saying, Ashley is someone who actually lives in the UK, where the summer is about, what the song is about. What is a cruel summer like in the UK?
Well, a cruel summer in the UK historically has always been rain. But cruel summers nowadays, thanks to global warming, are now blisteringly hot and then occasionally also raining as well. So summers are pretty cruel over here.
Yeah, it sounds like an accurate description. Ashley, where's your vote on this one? Is it Cruel Summer or is it I Get Around by the Beach Boys?
So I Get Around. I think I agree with Derek's rubric. It's got to feel like a summery song, and Cruel Summer is a little too cruel to feel like the summer.
I hear you. All right, Kate Rakulia, where are you?
I'm really seeing a yin and yang here because all of my best picks are songs that feel sad. So I am voting for Cruel Summer.
All right, so that leaves us with a split decision. We did not have seeds for this one, so we're going to do tiebreakers in a round robin style. Ashley, as our special guest, you get to break the first tie. Which one are you going with?
I go with I Get Around. I'm going to blast right through this tie here.
All right, we love it. So we're going to move the Beach Boys into round 2. Next, the majority of the panel is ready to take a vacation with the Go-Go's, but Ashley is living in the Styx with Come Sail Away. Ashley, set a course for the Virgin Sea and explain why we need to be free to face the life ahead of us with Sail Away. Kate, tell us why the Go-Go's vacation really is all you ever wanted. Ashley, please go first.
All right, so I just want to put it out here. I was a big fan of both of these songs. New Wave, what came before and what came after, it really does it for me musically. So this was a close one for me, but it comes down to me thinking about, when am I going to be listening to these summery songs? What am I going to be doing? What's the summer vibe? For me, it's things like pool parties, it's road trips, it's vacation, it's feeling relaxing, but it's also you've got that stretch of time ahead of you. You're looking forward to the future and the things that you are going to be doing and that you're doing and going along with. So on that basis, for me, Come Sail Away beats Vacation because it's got more longevity, it's got movements, it's got complexity. It's a little melancholy, which is sort of goes against my mainstay criteria, but it picks it up with a lot of energy in that back half. And with the reveal of the century, who could have seen it coming that it was aliens all along? But ultimately, what it is, it's such a dumb part of the song, but I love it. I love it. It's so dumb, but I love it. I can't defend that it makes any sort of sense. But ultimately, if I'm thinking, which of these songs am I listening to on my long road trip when I'm driving to my vacation in the car? What can I sing along to? What can me and everybody in the car belt out? It's not Vacation. It's Come Sail Away with Me.
That is an excellent argument, Ashley. You're doing a great job. I'm going to throw it, since it was a 3-1. Derek, has Ashley swayed you? Are you sticking with the Go-Go's?
Ashley has swayed me, actually.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It's summertime magic. All right. So, Kate, has Ashley swayed you? Or are you sticking with the Go-Go's?
No, she has not.
Okay. Well, I'm the other vote here. I am sticking with the Go-Go's. That was an excellent argument, Ashley, and I actually love this song by Styx. Derek, you are next alphabetically, so you're the tiebreaker here. Which one moves forward?
We're gonna go Sail Away. That's what we're gonna do.
I don't hate it. I
don't hate it. I love this. And I mean, talk about the aliens. The 70s were a hell of a drug, kids. And
yes,
so
they were.
There it is.
Can I tell you part of my fun factoid about Vacation?
Yes.
So apparently they were all very drunk when they were making the video, which
relatable.
Is part of the iconic iconography, literally, of Vacation, where they're water skiing in formation. She's like, I forget who it was. One of the Go-Go's, Jane Wineland maybe, was like, we went out for lunch, we were miserable, we drank a lot, and then you can tell that we're not entirely sober at that last part, but it's joyful, and it's a sad song. It is, because she needs a vacation because this relationship, 2 weeks without you, and I still haven't gotten over you yet.
Oh, well, they're going to have more time to get over it because they're out, and we are moving Styx into round 2. Next, it's another sticky situation as the panel is evenly split between Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves and Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato. Kate, take me down into your paradise and stump for Cool. Derek, don't it feel good to be walking on sunshine? I'm going to have Kate go first.
How anyone can vote against this song in Pride Month, I don't understand. It's a great song. It's number 1. I actually didn't go through and like listen to the actual podcast just to see exactly what they said about it, but it is the number 1 of the 300 songs in Las Culturistas, Bowen Yang's, and Matt Rogers' great global songbook is this song.
Wow.
It has an unbelievable chorus. It's like sweaty and fun and propulsive. It's got that great synth sort of like undertone to it. It's about summertime sexual experimentation, female to female lovers. And Demi Lovato got some flack that she was copying Katy Perry because she also used Max Martin as the producer. To which she said, iconically, I think more than one female artist can kiss a girl and like it.
Yes, Demi Lovato.
And she came out later, after the song came out, she came out as bisexual, said this song is about a relationship she had with someone famous, but it's not revealed who that is. It's just a great song. And it is sort of, it captures that ephemerality of summer. It's this time outside of school. It's this time outside of your regular life. You are stepping into something bigger and brighter. And like, it's just an incredible pop song. It's one of the best pop songs, I would say, of the last 10 years. When did this come out? 15 years. What is time?
I know. What is time? It's over. Yep. Excellent. Derek, talk to us about Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine.
So again, this is a battle between the better summer song, in my opinion, and the song that just happens to fit to a more narrow definition of the topic of this podcast. I will grant that Cool for the Summer has an edge to it. I get it. It's newer. It's hip. Walking on Sunshine is old enough now to need a hip replacement. But that's only because we've been dancing to it for the last 40 summers. It's the song you're guaranteed to find on millions of summer mixtapes from the 80s. It's peppy. It makes you want to get up and move. It's been featured in countless advertisements and commercials over the years, whenever companies are trying to evoke that carefree summer lifestyle. That, to me, makes a better summer song. Maybe Gen Z will be saying the same thing about Cool for the Summer in 20 or 30 years, but I doubt it. So this is where I come down on the side of the classic, and there is no denying that Walking on Sunshine has achieved that status.
Just thinking about 30 years from now and Cool for the Summer being a classic. I'm already 80% dust. Please don't take me all the way there. When you say take me down into your paradise, I did not mean in a coffin. Ashley, where are you voting on this one? Is it Cool for the Summer or is it Walking on Sunshine?
It's so close. It's so close. Derek, I was so on board with your argument just in general about like the classic. But I will say this. I did not know, and perhaps I lose LGBT points for this. I didn't know the backstory to Cool for the Summer, and knowing that backstory moves it up, in my opinion, as a song. The context. So I am going to defect to Cool for the Summer.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I'm loving the swapping on this episode. So yes, I'm also going to stick with Cool for the Summer, and I'm excited to talk more about that in the next round. Next, I'm getting burned with all these split decisions. This time, the panel is divided by California Girls by Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg and Summer Nights from Greece. Derek, tell me more about why Summer Nights should advance. I will check in with Katy, my lady. Yeah, and explain why when we party with California Girls, we'll all be falling in love. I'm going to go first. So the details. This song was released in 2010 as the lead single off of Katy Perry's juggernaut, yes, I use the term juggernaut, Teenage Dream album. Apparently, it was the Cali response to Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind. And after thinking about it, that actually tracks. Apparently, it was number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 consecutive weeks. It was number 1 in 7 other countries. It was a massive hit about summer during the summer. Summeriness. This is a beach song. This would be blaring on a speaker at a pool party or from under a beach umbrella as a bunch of gal pals swap stories about how awful men are. And, relatable content. Daisy Dukes and bikinis on top. I don't know about you, but that's my de facto summer getup. I have admittedly fallen out of like with Katy Perry. Someone please get her a social media manager because the unforced errors, my God. But this is a bop. It has great Snoop Dogg verse, one of the better hip hop pop collabs in my opinion. And finally, quote, Homeboys hanging out, all that ass hanging out. It's poetry. William Shakespeare could never. So with that being said, Derek, talk to me about Summer Nights.
William Shakespeare has and has done better. Thank you very much. So we've talked a lot about the movie Grease on this podcast. In fact, I'm fairly certain we've mentioned Summer Nights a time or two. But here's where we get to the brass tacks. Has the premise of this song aged well? No, it has not. But what it does do is capture a moment in time, in this case, the 50s, as seen through a nostalgia lens of the 70s, in portraying fleeting summer love. I can confidently say that both of these songs have become karaoke staples in their own rights, but for me, California Girls is just a little too niche. Summer Nights makes me think of summer. It makes me think of Grease. And as Bob Erlenbeck has said, everyone loves Grease. This song will be played at the beach. It will be played at pool parties, and it is universally loved. And I'm sure back in the late 70s when this song first came out, people felt it was being overplayed. But with time, it has aged into a summer classic, and that is why it gets its vote, the vote from me here.
I'm loving the very good arguments about the dumbest of topics. That's what we're here to do, folks. It's the hot takes with low stakes.
Bring your A game.
Yes.
Yeah, love it.
To
Kate,
a D paper.
The margins are amazing. Kate, where are you on this one?
I am with Summer Nights. Admittedly, I don't love either of these songs, but I prefer the Summer Nights of it all. It's a fun song to sing. You also sing this at sleepovers. It is a really fun, you sing it at karaoke because it has the two sort of back and forth, which I see also the Katy Perry and Snoop, you can do the two.
Sure.
Parts. But yeah, I give it to Summer Nights.
Ashley, where are you on this one?
I'm still with California Girls. For me, Summer Nights, it goes a little over the hill into sort of being nostalgic and a little bit, I was born in the late 90s. I don't have a huge attachment to the 50s. That ain't nothing for me. But it appears as though there is quorum for Summer Nights.
Ashley has just taken a year off of all of our lives.
Yes.
I've done some psychic damage here, I can tell. It was not my
And
intention.
we can't afford that year. It's my last good summer. Actually, it's split right now. It's you and me on California Girls, and they're on Summer Nights. And guess who's got the tiebreaker this time, Mama? It's me. And I'm going to give it to California Girls. I think we don't have another song like that on this list. Not that we have other songs like Summer Nights either, but I think it has a more universal approach that I think anyone can bop along to this one. So we are moving Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg into round two. Next, the majority of the panel wants to say Under the Boardwalk with the Drifters, but Summer Breeze by Seals and Crofts still blows my mind. Ashley, what treasures do you find under the boardwalk? I will explain why Summer Breeze really does make me feel fine, and I'm going to go first. So this song was released in 1972 by soft rock duo Seals and Crofts. It hit number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. Rolling Stone listed it as the number 13 on its best summer songs of all time list in 2013. This, to me, in terms of its summariness, it's a road trip song. This is a roll down the windows, driving through the rolling hills of the countryside, fireflies blinking on and off as you speed by. Alternately, it's a lazing about in your apartment on a summer afternoon song, sipping lemonade out of a mason jar. It is a beautiful, low-key song that is very much of its time. It's folk rock. It's laid back. It prominently features chimes, for God's sake. It sounds highly different from almost anything else on this list, and yet to me, it is unequivocally a summer song, even separate from the fact that it has Summer Breeze as its title. With that being said, I understand that the qualities that a lot of our panelists are looking for come under the Kara Austin no bummers, only bops criteria. And so I'm going to pass it. Actually, I'm going to have you hold on to your argument. Derek, have I swayed your mind, or are you sticking with Under the Boardwalk?
I am contractually obligated as a former resident of New Jersey to vote for Boardwalk, so Boardwalk gets my nod here.
Kate, are you sticking with Boardwalk?
I am sticking with Boardwalk. Although I do love Summer Breeze, and Boardwalk is the only one that could really take it off for me.
Ashley, you sticking with Boardwalk?
I'm sticking with Boardwalk.
I'm just glad that for the first time, I think literally ever on this podcast, we have discussed Summer Breeze. So check. We will be moving Under the Boardwalk into round two. Next, it's another unanimous decision, this time in favor of Boys of Summer by Don Henley, which made for a surprise ending for Suddenly Last Summer by the Motels. And I have a question. Are there still Deadhead stickers on Cadillacs? I don't think so. I think the ones who had that are all in fact dead. Finally, in round one, the majority of the panel is bracing for Summer in the City by Lovin Spoonful. But Derek wants to hit the water with Sailing by Christopher Cross. Derek, why does Sailing still take you away to a better place? Kate, you don't look dirty nor gritty, but I do need you to support the Spoonful. Derek, please go first.
Okay, I know I'm in the minority here, but in fairness, I have a real soft spot for yacht rock, and few songs come close to capturing the essence of a summer night spent on the water. There's just something so chill and laid back about Sailing between the instrumentation, the pace, and Christopher Cross's vocals. It's a summer song for when you're trying to set a different mood. Maybe for some time between golden hour and bow chicka wow wow. When the magic of a setting summer sun makes you stare longingly in your paramour's eyes, cherishing what you have together. Man, it's been so long. Summer in the City has its own special flavor, but to me, there are other 60s songs in these brackets more deserving of their place. And maybe this is just a personal choice, but Sailing seems to offer us something different, something more intimate.
Great argument. I'm going to ask the other, because it's 3-1 right now. Ashley, are you sticking with Summer in the City?
No, I think I'm going Sailing now, actually.
Ooh,
yeah.
Interesting. Kate, are you sticking with Summer in the City, or are you switching?
To those listeners who can't see me, my cat joined the chat and is on my neck, so I'm obligated to say, Hot Town, Summer in the City, back of my neck has got a purring kitty. So I'm going with that one.
I love it. I'm sticking with Summer in the City as well, which means it's a tie. Kate, you're the tiebreaker.
Summer in the City.
Summer in the City. I will say this. I love Christopher Cross, and I want to do a Christopher Cross episode of this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he has 16 songs, but maybe we can make it a mini. But there's nobody who sounds like Christopher Cross. And as you were describing what this song is, Derek, I was thinking only of Summer Gold, the commercials that used to air for the records from the Time Life product. Like this song,
Pure Moods, Summer Gold.
100% that vibe. I love
Could
it.
we
I
just
love
do
Sailing.
an episode that's like best song on Summer Gold?
Yes, that's the ticket. We'll do it.
Done.
Because I love that whole vibe. But Summer in the City to me is kind of iconoclastic in its own way. So we will be moving that into round 2, and that's the end of round 1. We're going to take a quick break to throw another shrimp on the Barbie. I don't know why we keep hurling shellfish at a plastic doll, but I guess it's just what you do. We'll be right back after these messages. Do you suffer from FOMOphobia? That's the fear of missing out on important events that connect you to the world. You don't want to be the only person at work not talking about the most recent episode of the show everyone's dying to watch, right? Why not sign up for the Great Pop Culture Debates free weekly newsletter? You'll get a curated list of upcoming releases in TV, music, film, and games, so you'll never be left out of the conversation. Avoid the FOMO. Head to greatpopculturedebate.com and subscribe today.
The following is a high-five moment from highfivecasino.com.
I won! Yahoo! Private, put down your phone. This is the Army.
Sarge, High Five Casino is a social casino. It's on your phone. Goes wherever you go. I win free spins, cash, prizes, free daily rewards, over 1,200 games. I won again.
Platoon, present cell phone. High Five. High Five. Casino. Casino. Win at highfivecasino.com.
High Five Casino is a social casino. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Play responsibly. Conditions apply. See website for details.
High Five Casino.
And we are back for round 2 of our best summer song debate. Before we get into the Elite 8, I want our panelists to share their social media, what else they're working on, and how they're planning to spend their summer. Derek, I'm going to start with you.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Threads at DRKMKT. I am not working on anything else, but I am about to start a new job in the middle of the summer, so we'll probably get a little bit less beach time that I'm hoping to get, but beach time in Maine is a unique thing unto itself. You can go to the beach, but you probably don't want to go in the water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's free. It never warms up. It could be August. It never warms up here.
Interesting. Well, now you hear it, folks. Thank you very much, Derek. Kate, talk to us about your socials, what else you're working on, and in the summer.
So you can find me, you can reach me on Instagram at GomezRack. Pictures of the aforementioned cats are on there. And in less than a week, I sing in the Bach Choir of Bethlehem, and we are going on a trip through Germany and Austria. So that's what I'm doing with my summer vacation, which I also just started a new job. So I'm in the vacation hole to go on this trip, but very much looking forward to it.
Excellent. And Ashley, talk to us about your socials, what else you're working on, and how you're planning to spend your summer.
Well, wizardradio.com is where you can find me. I'm live on Sundays at 9 p.m. British time. And I have podcast Demystified on Spotify. You can check that out. It's a history podcast. But but this whole summer is going to be a summer of elections, both here and in a bunch of other places. So I'm going to be wall-to-wall election coverage of pretty much every country that's having one. So
Yay.
if you like current affairs stuff, which you gotta kind of want to be into it. But if you are into current affairs stuff, then check it out. It's going to be an interesting time, if perhaps not a good time.
Yeah, I keep saying I could stand to live in a less historically significant time for like 8 months. That'd be fabulous. So great, and thank you so much again for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's been a delight to have you on.
Oh, it's been fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you can find me at Eric Resniak on Instagram, or just message at Great Pop Culture Debate on Insta and TikTok, or at GPCD on Mastodon. But what you really need to do right now is sign up for our weekly newsletter, new every Monday at noon, that tells you about everything new in pop culture that week. Sign up by finding the link on this episode at greatpopculturedebate.com or via our link tree on any of our social media accounts. For me, I am doing some traveling this summer, including a trip to San Diego, where the Great Pop Culture Debate will be having its own panel at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah!
The mothership. Very exciting. I don't know if this will be out before then, but we are doing best superhero crossover comic. And if it is, check to see the website. Maybe the poll's still up. I don't know. But it's really exciting. And so if you are going to be at SDCC this year, please come and check out our panel. And you literally will make the decisions on what wins. So it'll be fun. So now let's move into round two, which is exactly what I say every time I go to the ice cream parlor. First, it's a unanimous decision for Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams over I Get Around by the Beach Boys, which literally did not get around to the final four. Next, it's Come Sail Away by Styx versus Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato. This one's a toss-up, so I'm going to go around the horn. Ashley, where are you on this one?
I'm still with Come Sail Away. I'm going to dig my heels in here.
I love it. Derek, where are you?
I am on that ship with Ashley.
We're sailing aboard the skies. Kate, where are you?
I am with Cool for the Summer, but I'm also could be swayed.
So I'm also with Cool for the Summer here, which will leave us another tie, and that tiebreaker will go back to Ashley. So get ready to wield that power. I will just say this since it may be going out. Cool for the Summer is, I think, one of the more recent songs on this list, and as mentioned in round one, it is a fierce song. It is a great summer song. It's a great song about summer. I love the LGBTQ subtext of it. A small little aside, someone who Kate and I both worked with in a previous life, Sarah, when this song came out, said to me, I think this song is about lesbians. And I was like, no. And then I listened to it. I was like, oh my God, this song's about lesbians.
Don't tell your mother.
Don't tell your mother. It's so good. No, but it really is. Demi Lovato has a great voice.
I can see Sarah saying
Yeah, right? She's a great voice. I don't think she has enough really good songs in her arsenal, but when she is given the right material and the right producer, god damn, she can make a great hit. And this is one of them. So love it. But I also understand, Ashley, you're the tiebreaker. It's going to go with Styx.
I don't know if it is going to go with. I'm so torn. I'm so torn. I don't know if I could knock out the only gay song in this whole competition.
Well,
I don't think I can
here's the
forgive
thing.
myself.
3/4 of this panel is somewhere on that spectrum, so you're fine. It's going to be a gay
true.
conversation regardless.
I think we've already got. My big sticking point here is a road trip song. You got to have a song that you can blast in a car, even if you're just cruising around town. That's a summer thing to do, right?
Yep.
So, you got to have a song that can do that. Summer of '69 can do that. Some other songs can do that. So I wouldn't be too cut up if we lost Come Sail Away. So let's keep it cool for the summer. Let's see how far it can go. Because I don't know if he can make it all the way, but I'm curious.
Don't tell your mother. It's a scandal. Cool for the Summer is advancing into the final four. Next, it's California Girls by Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg versus Under the Boardwalk by The Drifters. I'm going to go reverse order. Kate, where are you on this one?
I am Under the Boardwalk.
All right. Derek, where are you?
Yes, I am still Under the Boardwalk.
With the Jersey folks.
With the Jersey folks, yes.
Ashley, do they have boardwalks in Leeds?
None Leeds. We got canals, which are a lot less inspiring for sort of summertime vocational activities.
Yeah, I can't imagine what would be under the canals. Probably nothing great.
Don't think about it. Shopping trolleys at best.
Yeah. Where are you voting on this one?
I'm sticking with the California Girls.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Oh, well, I mean, it's for me that debate about like the upbeatedness. That's a core component for a summer song, really, for me. And that's informed a lot of my choices. and it's informing this one. It's so positive and energetic. It's bright. It's sunny. It's summery. That's, for me, it fits it to a T.
I am also with California Girls here. I'm just going to tip my hat. I've never liked Under the Boardwalk. Never cared for it as a song. It just musically does not hit me. It has the harmonies in it are great harmonies, but there's something about them I find off-putting. I don't know. I can't explain it. It doesn't matter because, again, we're split, and Derek's the tiebreaker this time. So, Derek, who's advancing?
New Jersey, this is for you. We're staying Under the Boardwalk.
All right. So, Under the Boardwalk will continue into the final four. Finally, in round two, the majority of the panel is siding with Don Henley's Boys of Summer, but I'm still opening wide for Lovin Spoonful, Summer in the City. Ashley, why should we not look back? We should never look back and instead look forward to Boys of Summer continuing into the final four. I'm going to go ahead and go first. So, Lovin Spoonful, Summer in the City is one of the oldest songs on our list. It may now be the oldest surviving one, just behind the Beach Boys and the Drifters by a mere 2 years. 1966, Summer in the City became the band's only number one hit in the United States, although it came amidst a slew of other hit songs for the psychedelic rock band. Released as a single on July 4th, 1966, it rapidly shot up the charts over the course of the next 6 weeks, being named the American Song of the Summer by author John Savage by August of that year. In 2011, Rolling Stone listed it as number 401 on its 500 greatest songs of all time. Billboard ranked it as number 29 in its top 30 summer songs from 2014. Summeriness, this is a city summer song, which I don't think we have any other ones left in this bracket. It is all about how unpleasant it is to live in the heat of a major metropolis, but finding relief in the cooler nights. For me, the song itself, the B3 organ line in this song is fire. It's an absolutely brutal bass line that almost borders on ominous. There's so much tambourine. There's sounds of cars honking. There's jackhammers. The song has a palpable urgency to it. Nothing about it is laid back. And it's heightened by that minor key that just feels unsettling. It was used to great effect in the 1999 film Summer of Sam, which told the story of New York's Santa Sam killer in the late 1970s. And it is still routinely used in TV, film, commercials for anything related to the summer because it hits a unique balance between referencing the gross elements of urban summers, but also is a song that still, after 60 years, sounds cool as fuck. So with that being said, Ashley, why should we go with Boys of Summer?
I'm going to sandbag Summer in the City here. It's a good verse turned into a mid song because it repeats and it's got... I was very pleased when I wrote that line.
That was good, yeah.
Because it repeats and you can do a repeat in a song, right? But it's got that lull in the middle is the problem, which makes you think, okay, short song, short song, whatever. Oh, it's back on. Oh, it's the same. Oh, but it's the same. Second verse, same as the first. It's just not that interesting to me as a song. You've got that sound. I like the sound. It's the Animals, it's the Beatles, it's the Rolling Stones, sort of mid-late 60s kind of poppy rocky thing. 3 bands that do the same thing better than Summer in the City. Versus Boys of Summer, which is a tour de force of 80s. You want to talk about yacht rock? That is that you can feel the sunset pressing down on you as the sort of you're going from. You want to talk about a song about a summer night. You're going from the daytime to the nighttime with something that is a little moodier, but the guitars give it such a brightness that keep it with that energy, keep it with that sort of pulsing beat. Sun's gone down, things are a bit more low-key, but you keep your energy up with a song like Boys of Summer.
Ashley, you are killing this. You are killing it. You dragged the Lovin Spoonful so well. I
didn't mean to do it, but I had to do it to him.
That is exactly what we do.
I'm sorry.
You got to give it to him. Derek, where are you on this one?
I am still with the Boys of Summer.
Kate.
I am with the Boys of Summer. Although I do really love Summer in the City. It is a song about tension and then the release of tension, which is very much also a summer mood.
And speaking of releasing the tension, I'm not going to make this into a split. I'm going to go ahead and go along with Boys of Summer because I think that was an excellent argument. So I think it's now unanimous. And we will move Boys of Summer into the final four. And that's it. We have our final four. Hot damn. We're going to take a quick break to blast our ACs. We will be right back after these messages. Do you want to watch more TV? Sure, we all do. But sometimes you just don't have the time to tune in, and you're still itching to know what happened. Well, for $0 a day, you can check out the Great Pop Culture Debate episode recaps. We cover some of your favorite television franchises so you can stay up to date without even watching. Head over to the blog section of greatpopculturedebate.com and make sure you never miss a moment. And we are back with the final four of our best summer song debate. At this point in the show, I always like to take a step back and see if we're where I thought we would end up. And with this one, it was a toss-up. Like, you had no idea what the rubrics were going to be. It's really all over the place. We have a song from the 80s in Summer of 69 by Bryan Adams. We have a song from the 2010s, Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato. We have a song from the 60s, Under the Boardwalk from the Drifters, and another 80s song, Boys of Summer by Don Henley. That being said, make sure you go and check out our best 80s soundtrack episode of the podcast. It's one of our most popular, and we definitely, if you're enjoying this episode, you're probably going to find stuff to like there too. So I'm going to start right in the top of the pack. Ashley, Summer of 69 versus Cool for the Summer. Where are you going?
I've been riding the train of Cool for the Summer this whole time, but here I get off. It's got to be Summer of 69, and I'm sorry, Demi Lovato, but them's the breaks.
I usually get off when there's a 69 involved, so I co-sign that statement.
I said I was going to keep setting you up with the softballs, but here we are.
You put it right there. Derek, is it Summer of 69 or is it Cool for the Summer?
It is Summer of 69.
Kate.
I think it is Summer of 69, but we haven't really talked about it.
We haven't, and I would love for someone to talk a little bit about this song. We've barely touched it.
I'll jump in here if you want
me to. Yeah, please, go for it.
This song. Yeah. It is the classic summer song. Reminiscing of the days of no responsibility. You got all the time in the world to pursue the things that you want to do. And it's about holding on to that going forward, holding on to that feeling of, I got all the time. The summer stretches out ahead of you. It's the long days where you've got all this time to do whatever it is that you want. So it's kind of in that way the perfect summer song. And then with that 80s timeless electric guitar mode, it's a bit of a rocker, you know. Bryan Adams, broadly speaking, his category not so much that sort of thing if you compare some of his other works, but it's, you know, it goes hard enough to sort of sustain a bit of summer energy. And then it's got a little bit of that melancholy when it talks about, you know, the dreams that never really did come to fruition, but still holding on to that feeling. I think that's what I liked about Come Sail Away with me as well, actually. It's sort of the idea of, you know, maybe it's not what we thought it would be, but we've still got this future ahead of us to go into.
That is beautiful, Ashley. Thank you very much for that. That's lovely. And I agree that there is something about this song that touches on that point. Like, when you're a kid, the summers really do feel like they last forever. Like, it's 3 months and somehow it feels like a year. And now as you're an adult, summer is gone and you're like, wait, I didn't even get in my Speedo one time. What just happened? So I think it's a clean sweep for Summer of 69. So we'll be moving that to the final two. Finally, in the final four, it's Under the Boardwalk by the Drifters versus Boys of Summer by Don Henley. I'm going to go reverse order. Kate, where are you on this one?
I'm going to go with Boys of Summer, realizing that the top two summer songs then are like kind of mid-tempo, looking back on the nostalgia of summer songs.
But also, I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it at all. Yeah, so I'm going to say Boys of Summer.
Derek, where are you on this one?
I am also on Boys of Summer. Sorry, New Jersey, but I like boys more than I do New Jersey. So, yeah, Boys of Summer.
And there's so many other things to be sorry about for New Jersey, so I think you're excused. Ashley, where are you on this one?
I have no official opinion on the state of New Jersey and the fine people within it, but I much love the Bruce Springsteen. But I gotta say, it's Boys of Summer. And I do understand that both the songs are going to be relatively similar going into the final round, but I suppose that's just reflective of the taste.
That makes it a good matchup, actually. It really does, yeah.
I will say this. I'm also 100% Boys of Summer. I've never liked Under the Boardwalk as a song. I think it's the lead vocal is beautiful in it. And I had never been to the Jersey Shore and that boardwalk until like 5-6 years ago. And it is kind of eye-opening. Like, Bob and Kate and I, like, there was nothing like that at all where we grew up between the Jersey one and also like Santa Monica Pier, that type of a situation. It very much is summer, right? Like, if you've never experienced it, I don't think you understand what that song is and what it reflects. So if you're listening to this and you've never experienced an actual, like, legitimate boardwalk, I would go out of your way. It's worth it. A trip to Wildwood, I would say. Again, Santa Monica out in California.
Ocean City, New Jersey.
Thank you very much.
It's very fun.
You have so many to choose from in New Jersey. It's true.
Yeah. But it gives us a final two of Summer of 69 by Bryan Adams versus Boys of Summer by Don Henley. I'm going to start in the middle here. Derek, where are you going?
Summer of 69 is just a little bit more upbeat for me, so I think that's what I'm going to go with.
Okay. And we really haven't talked that much about Boys of Summer either.
Yeah.
Ashley, where are you on this one?
I think I'm thinking similar things to Derek. It's a really hard choice because they are similar, but it's a matter of then upbeat versus a little down tempo. And I love myself some down tempo, more into the sort of oceanside vibes, but I think it's got to be Summer of '69.
Okay, Kate, where are you?
100% Boys of Summer. This song does it for me lyrically. The other day I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. That is a thing that as a kid introduced the concept of deadheads to me, introduced the concept of you grow up and you sell out, introduced and what is the version of that now? Is it a fish sticker on a
Dave
Tesla?
Matthews Band on a
Dave Matthews
Tesla.
on a Tesla?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
On the road today, I saw a DMB sticker on a Tesla. It's
We'll workshop it. It's fine.
But,
Don't leave that into existence.
right. I should, don't look back. You can never look back. I thought I knew what love was. What did I know? Those days are gone forever. I should just let them go. But it's the same idea as Summer of '69, but I think it is more poetically expressed. And it is that yacht rocky thing, which to me is always going to feel a little more like the vibe I want from my summer. And that it's just really dramatic. I really love this song.
Ashley, you want to say something?
I was going to say, can I change my vote? I think I've had my vote changed.
You can 100% change your vote at any
because
time.
I do love yacht rock, maritime anything. I love
Maritime.
but that genre, the idea of that cruising feeling, not just being on a boat, but that rhythmic, the sort of darkness, but not a bad darkness,
It's wistful. It's melancholy.
It's full of melancholic, but still energetic. Still got vibes, potency.
Still forward motion. Yeah.
Yes, forward motion. That's it.
To me, these two songs are similar in so many different ways. And the Summer of '69 is kind of like sunrise. It's talking about childhood and kind of the beginnings of summer. And the Boys of Summer is really about sunset. It's someone who's a little bit older in their life and they've lived as an adult. And now they're looking back on all these things that they've let go and the things that didn't end up being. And you get some of that in Summer of '69 too. I'm not saying that you don't, but I'm also with Boys of Summer here. I think it's a great song. They're both great songs. They're both great summer songs. I think it's the correct top two. So I believe, Derek, Summer of '69 for you, correct?
I will also change my vote. Boys of Summer, clean sweep.
All right. So there you have it, folks. It's unanimous. Our pick for the best summer song is The Boys of Summer by Don Henley. Do you agree? Do you think we should go cool off? Tell us how you really feel by leaving a comment on this episode at greatpopculturedebate.com or find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or Mastodon. While you're there, make sure you subscribe and follow the podcast so you can hear about what new debates are coming soon, vote in open polls, and even decide which topics we tackle next. And if you really enjoyed this episode, please take a minute to like and rate the episode on whatever platform you listen on. I want to say thank you to my panel. I appreciate your sunny dispositions. And thank you for listening. If you loved what you heard, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get even more exclusive content and you get episodes a whole day early. We hope you have a good one. And remember, everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion. Boys of Summer by Don No Earlobes Henley. Literally watching VH1 this video with Todd when we were kids, he's like, that man has no earlobes, and now I can never unsee it.
Oh God!
I don't want to look at the picture because I'm not going to be able to unsee it.
It's true.